Hello everybody, it is Christine. It is time for a scrapbook process video that is my stick with me. And stick with me is where I go through these are my orphan stickers, you guys. They don't have a collection anymore because I've used all the papers. And I choose one at random without looking, and then I find some papers out of my stash of loose papers here. These are the ones I don't have by theme or anything like that. I got a lot of paper, y'all. Duh, we all do, right? So anyways, so let me pick my sticker sheet. I kind of don't want to use one I've used recently. I hope I don't choose one. Let's see. What's this one? Oh, it's a half sheet. Oh, I don't want to do that one, y'all. I'm going to put that one back. I'm going to cheat. I don't want that one. I didn't mean to pick a half one anyways. I don't want to do that one. Sorry. I'm not going to do that one. Let's choose a different one. Let's see. Let's try... I got to be careful because I just stuck some in here and I don't want to pull the same ones back out. So let's try this one. Okay. Well, that's a summer farmhouse, so that kind of works. I feel like I've done this one recently. No, it's 2020, so I guess I have not. So, have no clue what I'm going to do. There's a lot of little stuff here, so let's just find us some... Actually, I wonder if this would work. I've got this right on top here. This was stuff I had pulled. You know what? This is stuff I had pulled at, was it GASC maybe? Does this go? I had made a little stack. And I don't remember which ones went. They're all in order yet still, but I had some that kind of went together that, yeah, I don't remember, like, where it started. It started here. That's what it was. So, let's see. These all went together. And I apologize. I really shouldn't be doing this part with you watching my stick with me video here, but I want to make sure I grab the right stuff that goes with this set of papers, and I think this might work. I don't have like a navy blue, which is kind of what that is. But, all right, we'll just keep it with these. That was right on top, so I don't even have to try too hard. I will say this geometric triangle-y stuff might be a trick. So maybe I stick with the red, the green, and these. The red's kind of iffy, but there's also this blue. That could work. All right, let's go with these. I'm gonna set this aside. Although that blue looks not too bad. That's a brick. I can't really do both though. It's one or the other, isn't it? I think I'm maybe leaning toward these three. What's on the back side of that? All right, I'm gonna set these aside. Actually, I'm wondering now, I may cheat and change out this green for this green. So I have kind of three different little patterns here. Well, let's see. Because I'm kind of wondering for my title here. I have I Love Summer, I have Sunkissed, and Farmer's Market. Of course, there's these little bits here. And of course, I could get into stash. It's not like I can't. All right, so let's start with this. I'm going to get into my photos on my phone or whatever. Try to find a picture that I can use that goes with this. I may go looking. I'll type in farm and see what I get. Okay, I'll be back on as soon as I find some photos. Okay, everybody, quick check-in. Let me move this out of the way. So the photo I found is actually my son-in-law technically took this picture because he was driving the tractor. This is our land here, and they make like a little, I shouldn't say little, but it's a big circle around the property because the bees are kind of over on this side of the property, so we drive the vehicles out there. But anyway, I thought this was kind of neat because, you know, got the whole farm thing going on, right? And I think what I'm going to do, I yanked out my thickers here. This is my colored thickers. So I think I'm going to do that song, She Thinks My Tractor's Sexy. So something along those lines I think I'm going to try to use. And I think what I'm going to do, because I have the blue and the green, I'm going to make it look like the sky and the grass, because I think it's neat because it's got the sky and the grass. So I think that could be really fun. And we'll put the photo kind of in there. So I'm going to mess with that. I haven't figured out what color letters yet. So let me kind of organize my base here. And we'll go from there. Okay, I'll be back on in a second. Okay, I kind of started looking at this and I thought, you know, the blue and the green, the picture itself had like a blue sky and a green grass type deal. And I thought it could be cute to have it look like the sky and the grass. So I'm going to use the white to kind of separate in a way, if that makes sense. So I'm going to tear it because I think the tearing looks pretty. And then I'm going to end up leaving like a space for that shows the blue. And then I'm going to have at the bottom the green. So it looks kind of, like I said, like the sky and the grass and stuff. So it takes me just a second. I'm trying to make like a diagonal and things like that. I'm going to cut this green, though. I've decided I don't want the whole piece of green. I thought to maybe just tear the green. And I thought, no, I'm going to tear the white again because I think that looks neat. So I had to cut off the bottom piece there and put it as the, like, underneath is what my plan is here. So now I'm going to tear, well, I got to glue the green down first. And then I'm going to tear I'm looking to see if the hearts, by the way, are in a specific orientation. And I realized, no, not really. They could go any which way. So I'm going to put this down. And then I'm going to tear that white to kind of cover up that straight edge. So it's not going to be straight. It's going to look torn. But I need to do a few little things here because I want it to look kind of organic because, of course, it's a tractor. I think this turns out really cute. Now, I have to use a bunch of stickers that they don't really have anything to do with tractors. They're like farm, right? Because it's like I think it's called, what I tell y'all guys, it was called something on the farm or summer on the farm or something like that. So there's all kinds of little like fruits and vegetables and different things. And I just go ahead and embrace it. I mean, there's not much I can do about the fact that I don't have any farm or tractor stickers on there per se. But I think it turns out really cute. And I just really love how the little title turns out. I'm happy with that. And you'll see that in just a minute. So here I've got my little sky going on and I'm going to shift that. I'm going to mess with this, y'all. I don't know why I fast so much. Just for whatever reason, I kind of fast a little bit. I'm going to make my little tear kind of roll up. And I did print the photo. I think I showed it to you as a 4x6 because I thought that looked cute. I'm thinking I haven't added journaling yet. I may come back in and add a little thing that just says this was Seth's point of view, POV or whatever. But, I mean, I do kind of allude to the fact that it's like summertime and stuff. And they do have to get out there. Technically starting in the spring, you have to get out there and start mowing. We have a guy that comes and he mows the big part of it for hay. But he only comes like twice a season, I think it is. I don't even remember. He don't come very often. And it gets high. So they have to cut this path around the property. So like I said, we can get out to the bees and stuff. And plus the kids like to walk the dogs. To go around the whole thing, I think is like half a mile or something in a big circle, I guess. I think that's right. And it's a good, nice walk, for not in the middle of the day. It's too hot. But, they typically walk them in the evenings. And I say evening, when I mean evening, I don't mean dark because there's coyotes and stuff out there. But they'll walk them kind of in, let's say, dusk, something like that. So anyway, see, I've been fassing around with that darn torn paper that long. That's how funny that is. So I'm going to take my photo here and I'm going to mount it on this polka dots because I'm going to retie, tie the green back up there. And I just think that looks so pretty with that green grass. I'm really happy with that. It just complements it, I think. I mean, I could have maybe also double matted with the blue, but I'm actually kind of happy with just the green. So we're just going to trim that up. And now I got me a couple scraps there. I'm going to tuck that in over the left-hand side there because that's the biggest blue space. So it's kind of natural to me for the photo to fit there. And I'm looking at my stickers. I'm going to start messing around in a second. But I think I'll go get my title first. Let me see here. Yes, I've got my title all laid there. So I got yellow letters that says she thinks my and is. And then I had green letters. Those are Doodlebug letters. And then the green letters, I believe, were from a hip kit. And it's Tractor Sexy. Now, technically, I think the song is She Thinks My Tractor's Sexy. So it's like apostrophe S. But I went ahead and did is because I needed to kind of split my yellow. Like I needed to add yellow to the title for it to look balanced. So I am going to make it kind of like bounce around and like be a little wonky. Because my gosh, when you ride that thing, it is bouncy. So it's kind of like in my head going, okay, this is us bouncing around. I don't think I make tractor too bouncy at first. I will make it, though. I'm going to end up messing with it and kind of make it look kind of bouncy and stuff like that. But these letters are really cute. They kind of fit in, together. And I will end up having to use Nuvo glue, too, because like none of them they have a little stick, but they're not very sticky. So I'll come back in with that as well. So now I'm just going to start building sticker clusters, you guys. I'm not going to call it a sticker sneeze. Because sticker sneeze to me, you kind of put just stickers everywhere. I do keep them clustered. So I'm kind of looking for bigger pieces to act as like let's call it the base or the main element. Although the little truck in the house, those are kind of two good-sized elements by themselves. I think it looks really cute. Our house, it doesn't look exactly like that, but it's not too far off. I mean, ours is a little wider in the sense of like there's not just 2 windows. There's like, I don't know, 3 or 4 or something like that up in the attic. But so now you can kind of see all my little my sticker clusters. I've just kind of grouped in the various different little things. Now I'm putting like foam. So I actually end up putting fun foam under one of the pieces on the far right kind of there. And then I'll add the thinner foam squares that aren't quite as, they have the polka dots on them. They're not quite as deep. And I thought that looked kind of neat because I had like a flat one, and then I had one with a little bit thinner foam, and then I had one with a thicker foam. And I enjoyed that. It was like stair-stepping the stickers. I've said this before, like if you're using stickers as your embellishments, I'm a fan of adding foam behind them, like, you know, some of them, to give them some dimension so it's not so flat. It doesn't have to be real thick foam, you know, because I know sometimes albums will get real thick, but for me, when I just stick stickers down, they just look too flat unless I do something to give them a little bit of something, you know, a little bit of dimension. So on each of these, I'll find at least one of the stickers that I'm going to add a little foam to the back of, fun foam, and then generally I'll come back in on, not at the car in the house, I don't think I add any other skinny foams, but I will in the upper left up there. I'm going to put what is that? Some kind of little, oh, it's got like a piece of watermelon. That's going to get the fun foam. And then this little round piece one here, the little oval that says Farm Fresh, is going to get the skinny square there. So, and then, yeah. And then what I'm going to do next, after I get all this together, is I'll end up getting my stash and grabbing some enamel dots. And you guys, I've reorganized my enamel dots. I don't know if I've shown it in a previous video now. Maybe I have. My friend Tara said she got it from RTS, but she had hers on a ring. And I've come in and put mine in like a little box and bags and stuff. So you'll see in a second. Oh, wait. First, I got to get my wordy bits. So I have all these wordy bits at the bottom of these stickers. So that's a real common, you know, sticker sheet thing that Simple Stories does. It gives you all these little wordy bits. And I'll use these instead of, sometimes in lieu of journaling. Sometimes I have it in addition to. But in this case, I'm kind of using it also as to bring out the sticker clusters a little more, either on the bottom right, I bring it out more horizontally. And the one under the tractor, I'm making it kind of go more, well, a little vertical and a little wide, because I need to bring the sticker clusters, you know, kind of around the photo in my mind. So I'm going to grab a few little pieces here and just, initially on the bottom right, I thought it to maybe overlap the words. And then I thought, well, that looks kind of goofy because the ones up there I didn't overlap. So I'm going to actually change my mind in the lower right corner in just a minute. I don't remember now. Do I put one in the upper top piece up there? I just don't recall. And I'm not looking at the layout. So I might, but I might not. I'm looking to see, okay, how do I feel about that? I'm thinking this looks really cute, though. I'm not going to lie. I love the little, it's like fun, you know. Oh, here's what I do instead. This says something like, I love summer. And I'll add a little fun foam behind that as well. Or no, I guess I add the little foam squares. But that's going to have a little dimension up there. So, yeah, I think this turned out really fun and cute and just, you know, I don't know, just happy in the way. Like the letters bouncing around and the little hearts kind of flying around. I think this turns out really cute. And I haven't really added the journaling, like I said. I kind of might need to, that this is Seth's POV. But that is basically what I'm going to do after, well, in just a second, like I said, I'm going to get those enamel dots. I'm going to use blue. And because I could have used really basically anything, but the blue just stuck out to me. So there's the ones I've kind of stuck on this sheet here. It takes me just a second to get up. It's baggy. I cut that little piece. It's a little piece of cardstock I cut that goes behind one of the acetate sheets that holds the enamel dots so you can kind of see it. And I guess I cut it just a tad wide. I mean, it fits, but it's also snug. So maybe that's okay, though. So I'm going to pull out this particular shade of blue, and I have, I think I had 7. So I'll put 3 in the bottom right, and then I'll put 2 kind of in the middle cluster there, and then 2 on the top cluster, because that's just kind of what I had, you know, going on there. And then basically I think I may sit and just examine and and be proud of myself at how cute it is for a second after I get this put together. But yeah, that's basically the layout, you guys. So I did not, I think in the next little bit I'm going to slow it down. I'm going to show you, that's the stickers I have left. So not many, not too bad. I still need to use them up, but that's what I had. And then here's the slow down of the layout. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this stickers thing. I've got a lot of nice comments about it. It's like a neat little, you know, way to use up your stickers, because gosh, don't we all have a ton of them? So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you do the whole like and subscribe thing. I keep meaning at the beginning to welcome everybody, and all I just say is it's a scrapbook process video. I gotta remember to do that, you guys. Don't let me forget. So you guys have a wonderful day, and we will see you next time. Bye.